Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a review on Royal Coronation Maleficent. These dolls come from Toys R Us. Now I'm also going to show you other dolls from this collection, though I'm not going to unbox all of them because not all of them are my dolls. Some of them are my mom's dolls and she's not too happy with them, so she's planning on returning them to Toys R Us. And the dolls that are my dolls, I'll do individual unboxing in the future, but I thought I would at least give you a look of all of them in box so you can see the slight differences and comparisons and so forth. So the first doll I am going to do is the one I was planning on doing this review on, which they call Royal Coronation Maleficent. She's 14 inches tall if you measure her from the horns to toe, 12 inches if you measure her from her head. These dolls all come from Toys R Us. This particular doll cost $44.99. Now, my mom and I both were not very happy when we first got these dolls. They were a little better looking online, and but with me, they kind of grew on me, and I decided to keep it. I have to admit, though, we're not buying them to collect, we're buying them to sell. And the thing is that when you're a seller, you know, you buy things and you're going to be upping the price. So you always have to ask yourself, one, do I think the item is worth a $20 increase in price so that I can make a profit? And then you have to ask yourself, is someone else going to pay that price? Apparently my mom doesn't think so. I have a little bit more faith in the dolls. And I was also planning on possibly doing a repaint, trying repainting on them. So in any case, I kept them both because they might be an experiment and because I might resell them in the future. So anyway, this is the Royal Coronation Maleficent. I didn't really think she looked like Angelina Jolie. I mean, I can see the expression maybe they were going after, but I didn't think she really looked like Angelina Jolie. This is her up close. The gown is rather nice. She doesn't stand up very well on her own. This is from her from far away. And, excuse me folks, my cat just got sick, so I have to interrupt this interview. Okay, back to interview, or not, well, the review, excuse me. So the Royal Coronation Maleficent has these little gold jewels on her dress. That kind of distinguishes this one from some of the others in the set. On her hands, excuse me, she has these little arm bracelet things. Each hand's a little different. And this is how she looks from the back. Oops, as I said, she does not stand very well. The hair is sticky in some areas, but it's not, you know, it's kind of like regular Barbie hair otherwise. And these are her wings. They seem to be inserted into her back. Now, one of my favorite features of hers was her boots. I really liked her boots. And the boots are able to be removed, though not one-handed. Excuse me, folks, I'm going to have my buddy Boba Fett here help me out. Okay, now I can show you her shoes. So these are her shoes, and as I can show you, They can come off, and they do it pretty easily. We're not having any of those issues like we did with those Anakin Skywalker dolls. And so, has very nice muscular type legs. But she has typical Barbie legs. They don't bend, but they can go back and forth, and they have limited movement to the side. Okay, so her head can move side to side, and it can nod up and down a bit. Her arms can go to the side, they can go back and forth. The costume does limit her mobility to some degree. The elbows can bend, the hands cannot, though. And the same for the other side. She doesn't twist at the waist, but she can, well, she can sit down, though her wings interfere. And as I said, her legs do not bend, but they can go back and forth. Now, this is her in the box. Excuse me. Really kind of difficult to get out of the box. As I said, Disney is really making their dolls hard to get out of the box. You have to kind of undo the sides and undo the top and undo the sides, and then it somehow flips over kind of like a domino thing, and so it gets really difficult. They're put out by Jakks Pacific, which has put out some of my other toys too. Not for children for under 3 years, and it does have a lot of things that could be a choking hazard. So they're recommending it for children 3 and over. And this is the back, and they're showing the Royal Coronation Aurora. This is the more expensive doll. There's a beloved Aurora too that's a little cheaper. So the back says, enter the world of Disney's Maleficent and discover the untold story of Disney's most iconic villain. From Maleficent's beautiful and beloved forest home filled with magical creatures to the king's castle where her fateful encounter with the Princess Aurora changes both of their lives forever. Follow Maleficent's journey and experience the story of Sleeping Beauty as it's never been told before. And let me see, the bottom here, it was put out in 2014, made in China, and the UPC is 678352828254. Okay, so that's the boring stuff. Now I'm going to show you some of the other dolls that are in this collection. As you had seen on the back of this box, they have the Royal Coronation Aurora. I was a little disappointed because the dolls seem a little more cheaper than some of the, and then they seem to spend a lot of money on the clothes. This outfit is really nice, and I think it's an expensive fabric. But the doll herself looks kind of cheap. This doll is the also cost $44.99. So it's the more expensive Aurora, though I have to admit I do like her outfit better. I'll be unboxing this one in the future because this is my doll. They pretty much have the same sayings on the back. So though the pictures in the different, they put her in the forefront. This is the cheaper Maleficent. She costs $24.99. Now, oddly enough, she looks, I think, a little more like Angelina Jolie. This doll, though, does not come with wings. And here's the back. Same story. And they show the beloved Aurora, which is a cheaper Aurora version. Now, if you're willing to pay $5 more, you can get the Royal Coronation Maleficent and Diaval, or I don't know how to quite pronounced his name. Now, in a lot of ways, this Maleficent looks just like the Royal Coronation Maleficent. But I did notice that there is one slight difference. She does not have those gold things that I showed you on her, you know, on the top of her neckline. So that does seem to be the difference. But otherwise, and she doesn't seem to have the gold lining, the gold trim. I'll show you the other doll. Here's, you see, she doesn't have these gems, and she doesn't have these gold trim going down her dress. So that is the difference between those two dolls. Otherwise, they look pretty much identical. And in this set, you'll get the guy that was her crow companion. At first, I thought it was her boyfriend, but no, it's the crow. He kind of looks a little cheap looking. I guess he sort of looks like the character. I can't really tell. This is supposed to be him. I think they gave him more of a tan than what he had. This is the back of the box. They all seem to say the same thing, but they have different pictures. Last but not least, we have the beloved Aurora. She's $24.99. The doll looks pretty much the same as the $44.99 one, but I'm assuming that the dress might be a little cheaper to make. It's a simpler dress. So this is so this is the cheaper doll. And this is the back of her box. So I hope you've enjoyed this interview, or this review. Sorry folks, even though I've had my coffee, I'm still a little, I haven't totally woken up. And these are dolls, all these dolls I said can come from Toys R Us. The Dark Beauty, the beloved Aurora, they're $24.99. The Royal Coronation Maleficent and the Aurora and the gold dressed are $44.99, and the combo pack with Maleficent and Diaval are $49.99. And the dolls grew on me. At first I was a little disappointed in them, but I do like them, and I think they might be popular, so I'm keeping mine. My mom's going to return hers. She's the one that had the combo set and the beloved Aurora and one of the Royal Coronation Maleficents. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, and stay tuned.